Good morning. My name is Jia, and recently I embarked on a quest to gain as much knowledge as I possibly can about the human psyche and use that knowledge to take over the world. For legal purposes, that was a joke, but it's kind of true because here's what this video actually is. So, a few months ago, I had to study for an exam, and I didn't want to study for the exam, so, like any rational person, I took out my notes app and I started writing a list of questions that I wanted to ask people. I felt like they were kind of insightful and maybe they would help me learn something new about that person or just learn a little more about how they thought. And to whoever's watching this, maybe you can try answering the questions or maybe you'll just relate to the answers that other people gave. Also, I'd like to thank everyone who answered the questions because it was really nice to hear from you and it was really fun working on this project. And I hope I get to do more creative things like this in the future. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video and I hope you enjoy this. So the question is, tell me about someone you really like.
Me, baby. I'm sorry. So someone I really admire, not just from a creative standpoint, but just from a personal standpoint, is the poet Ocean Vuong. You may have actually heard of him because poetry isn't likely generally to get on a bestseller list, but his book Time as a Mother was one of the first in decades. But that's not why I like him. Yes, he has lyrical, beautiful, viscerally raw poetry, but I also like him because he's overcome such adverse circumstances to become a poet, which is something I'm seeing more and more often in the field of poetry. Like, the working class poet is coming back. In fact, most of the poets I know are people of color. And Ocean Vuong came from a single mother immigrant household and he put himself through school, through college. He was homeless for a while in college but still attended all his classes religiously. And I don't like tacking on someone's trauma at the end of their creative work to say, oh, this is just something that enhances it. I do believe, however, that he's a person of great personal strength. And I do feel like everything he's gone through has influenced his poetry. It gives it this raw personal quality and he's incredible.
So the question is, what's your favorite thing to do to unwind and why?
Listening to Lana Del Rey because first of all she has the voice of a goddess, and I don't know, her songs just make me want to party. So
So the question is, what is a good driving force to have in life?
I think the driving force would be the energy that you have and the small moments that make you happy, because I'm a person who lives with those small tiny moments and it makes up my day. Even if someone gives me a flower, it's just all those small moments that I look at. Even when I pass by some flowers or anything, I just feel happy about it. So I think the small moments are what drive me, and that's how I live it. Thank you.
So the question is, what was your dream job as a child?
I've always liked art, so it's fashion designing. I know it's weird. The only reason why I still don't like it is because I feel like the industry is pretty suspicious, is all I'll say. I like it because clothes are fun, man. I was young, I didn't decide anything. So clothes were fun, and I wear clothes, everyone wears clothes. So why not design them?
Asmi makes for great content.
The question is, would you rather be right or would you rather be kind?
I think I would rather be right, because if I'm kind, then maybe I have to be kind to someone even if they're wrong or even if they're condescending towards me. But then if I'm right, then I can obviously explain why I'm right to them in a kind way. So maybe that.
What is a quality that you've witnessed in someone else that you try to imbibe in yourself?
Thinking about their benefit for my own. Basically selflessness. I've seen it in my friends, some of my close friends.
Nice. The question is love or the search for it worth the pain?
Yes, absolutely. It just feels like it will be. Like, I see people who have gotten together this year in college and I see them spend time with each other and it is wholesome. It's so nice, like just being around them. They radiate positive energy.
That's so
So
nice.
I feel like being a part of a relationship like that would be really nice.
The question is, what is something that you like or dislike about today's society?
A lot about today's society is basically people thinking that they're always right. And I honestly think that it's as simple as that, because people are so rooted in their own opinions that nobody cares. Honestly, it's just becoming stronger and stronger in their own opinion and never ever listening to others. I just think that you can't always think of yourself as fully right. Honestly, just don't.
So the question is, describe an act of kindness that has stuck with you.
It stuck with me. Teacher in my building was teaching the streeters for free. That was act of kindness that stuck with me, and it was nice.
Question is, name 3 things you like about yourself.
They're not just 3, but I will try to cut it down. I'm confident, cunning, and I'm funny, I think. So, yeah.
So the question is, what is one song that you feel truly changed you?
I guess the song that changed me really would be by Taylor Swift. You Are On Your Own Kid means like it's a really relatable song, and like it gives you hope in difficult times, and like it tells you to not feel shitty about yourself. Yeah.
What does loss mean to you?
Loss is the lack of something in your life, but I believe it's how you cope up with that loss which makes it a win for you. For example, I lost my mom very early. I could have decided to go into a dark place, or I could have decided to learn from her qualities, learn from the fact that even though she was taken away very early from me, I can imbibe her personality into my own life. And that's exactly what I did. So I never feel bad about losing my mom. I'm always very happy that she left at the time that she did because she was suffering. And I'm very happy that whatever she taught me in every way possible, I was able to use it for the kids, for everybody else.
So the question is, what is one skill that you want to learn?
Like it's not exactly like a skill, but I really want to learn Spanish. It's a new language, and in like skill, I want to be like really skilled at this creative art thingy. I really want that. So, yeah.
So the question is, which core value or principle is most important to you?
So I think the most important principle is, or like a value, is to be more forgiving and understanding of people, because you are always going to disagree with people, and those are usually going to be your friends or your parents, people you interact with regularly, and you can't really let something stand in the way of that, because you are going to disagree with something or the other with almost everybody. So being able to look past certain things, I think, is really important.
Which emotion do you feel the most?
Love. I'd say love and then rage next, honestly. Those are two very different contrasting emotions, but I feel like a lot of the things that I love, rage plays a big thing in love, because when you love something really strongly, when it goes away from you, when you can't experience it all the time, you do feel deep levels of rage. So that's why mine is love and then rage.
Ain't got no trailer or cigarette.
I would rather be wrong.
I can't talk.
And Andrew Garfield loves him. Andrew Garfield had a crush on him because Ocean Wong speaks with such a soft voice that Andrew Garfield thought he was a woman. That's his point.